Hi guys, it's Jelly from Feeling Jelly Arts here, and this time around we are heading to Tracon. So let's go! Tracon is one of the biggest shows here in Finland. It is a 3-day convention and it is also my best-selling event, so I'm really looking forward to it. As always, I have been quite busy prepping for this show, especially since I am doing the biggest table ever. I have 2 tables this time around in the vendor hall, and I have not been in Tracon vendor hall before, so that is also something new for me. It is the same location as Tampere Kupli, but still this is a different show, a different kind of setup, so I'm really also looking forward to that. Per usual, and also because this table is going to be so big, I have prepared a lot of new merch. Of course, I'm bringing new charms, stickers, lanyards, tote bags, and some pillow designs as well. But I'm also bringing out 2 completely new product categories. Basically, the first one being sticker books, and then the second one being fabric patches. And I feel like these are a throwback to my youth. Sticker books were a thing in the 90s and now they are finally coming back. And also fabric patches are something that students here in Finland like to really collect. So I'm really hoping that those new products are a hit. As you can see from the mess behind me, I have been busy getting all kinds of new display items and also trying to sort out my merch. And we still have quite a busy 2 weeks ahead of us. Most of my merch has already arrived, but I haven't sorted through it. And also some of it is yet to arrive. My husband is actually coming to help me with my table for the first time ever. And I'm super excited for that, but also kind of nervous for him, especially since Tracon is not the easiest convention to start helping me with. It's usually really busy, and there's a lot of different product categories, and he has not been to that many anime conventions before, so it's gonna be a lot of new things for him. But if it goes well, I hope that he wants to join me also in the future. I really feel like he is my safe place, and I just hope that I will be more calm during the event if he is there with me. So there's still 2 more weeks until the convention itself, and I still have plenty of prep work to do, so I think we should get going. So on Friday I received my new merch for Tracon, and I have not been able to touch it in 2 days. It is now Sunday and we still have 2 more weeks until Tracon, and it's time to open the package. So right now I am making my new bookmarks. I have to cut these by hand, also cutting the corners by hand, and I still have to add the holes and the tassels and then pack them up. For some reason I think the paper feels a bit thinner than my usual bookmarks, but maybe I'm just imagining things. Okay, I am almost finished with my prep. I have all of my new merch sorted and all of the bookmarks are finished. I also received my new patches. I think they look really cute. So now the room is a mess. So all of this is going to be packed. The same with these things. I still have to build my cube setup, as I do want to optimize the amount of stuff that I bring, and I also don't want to run out of the cube setup items, so I have to make sure that I have everything with me, but I don't bring any extra. So next up for me is literally building the setup and then packing, and then I will be finished. With one more week to go, I still think I will do some last minute panicking, but if that is all there is left, then I guess I'm happy. I'm also getting a bit nervous, as in 2 weeks we are heading out to Japan for our third Japan trip, and yeah, things are happening really quickly right now, so exciting but also nerve-wracking. I am now done with the structure, the fortress, and it's massive. It just barely fits in the room. This here is the window and it is almost touching the door on the other side. But yep, now I break it down and pack it. I won't be finishing up the setup any more than this. There's just no room to do it. So now I am breaking it down. Okay, it is now Monday, the week of Tracon, and I'm almost finished with packing, so let me show you guys. Excuse me for the mess, but since it is the biggest convention of the year for me, I really have had to gather everything up. This huge bag of pillows is going with me, also most of the stuff up here. I still have not packed them. This tote bag is going, same with these. 2 big luggages, and then this box filled with pillowcases, and I still am going to pick up a 10-kilo bag of cotton filling. It's basically bigger than a human size bag at Tampere. The shop where I order it from is in Tampere, so it's better to just drive there and then pick it up. So, as I mentioned before, this is the first time my husband is coming to help me. I'm hoping that he can help me, especially with the drive. It is a long drive and I tend to get really tired with these long drives. I'm also hoping that he helps me with the setup. It is a huge structure, so I will not be able to finish it off all on my own. We have also discussed him taking transactions, but as he is still running it, he might not be as fast as my other helpers, and that is why we are hoping for patience from our customers as he is learning. He is also a bit more private person, so even though he has not said that he doesn't want any part in the vlog I am making, I'm trying to be mindful of his space and trying to be kind of respectful and not pointing the camera at him all of the time, so we will see how it goes. But I think you might not see him too much in this vlog. So aside from doing some final packing, I will have quite a busy week ahead of me. I am still in my full-time job, and next week, right after Tracon, we are heading out for a few weeks long trip in Japan, which is of course exciting, but it makes this week just a bit more busy. I also have some stuff I have to get done at my martial arts club, and then I would be ready to head out. I am super excited, but of course with this convention this weekend, fingers crossed we don't catch any flu or anything like that from this convention. But yeah, super exciting, and I hope that you guys wish us luck with everything with the convention and also the upcoming trip. I should, however, be finished with all of the convention stuff just when I get this stuff packed. So I think we will see you on the Friday morning on day 1 when it's time to leave for Tracon. Okay, it is now day 1, Friday. We are still at home. We still need to do the packing of the car, and then we are heading out. We have a 4-hour ride ahead of us, and then we are doing the setup, and it is day 1 like I said. It's gonna be a long day, but I'm hoping for a good day. We are almost there. Soon we are unpacking the car. Yay! Here is the spot for the weekend. For some reason I have an extra table and now I don't know what to do with it, but I guess I will just get rid of it. Okay, we just lifted the structure, and this time around I was trying to be really smart, hanging everything that is difficult to hang beforehand, and Santu my husband, has been really helpful getting all the charms and all the stickers in order already, so now we just keep on putting everything on. Okay, so we are basically finished now. We are waiting for some cotton filling to be brought to us, but other than that, we are finished. It feels quite empty for a change. It is a show, I guess, that I don't have this much stuff to fill a table this big, but I don't think it is a bad thing necessarily. But yeah, it looks mostly finished now. I was actually a bit worried since we arrived a bit later than I wanted, due to starting a bit later than I originally intended, but we are finished with plenty of time left, so that's great. Now we are going to check into the hotel, and in an hour we will open the shop. We have a problem. The hotel room is really nice, but the problem is with the cotton filling. My husband had to go pick it up now, and there's so many issues about it, but hoping that he arrives soon. I'm still running myself to the table. They're opening in like 5 minutes or so, and yeah, so he's not gonna be making it until we open, but hoping that he arrives soon and finds a parking spot afterwards, because the parking lot is full, and as soon as he leaves I think he's gonna lose his spot, so hoping for the best. So we will have to open with the shop. We are now about 2 hours into the show, and we have been super busy. My husband did get back safely with the cotton filling, and we have been selling so fast, so much, and I'm super excited. So this is the first a bit more quiet moment. It is already 8 p.m. and it's closing time, and it has been quite steady stream of people the entire day. Um, the sales are not as expected, but let's talk about that later. Yeah, next up for us is packing up the table and grabbing some food. Okay, so we are finished for the day. Let me give you a little room tour. So this is the hotel room. We are actually staying right next to the convention center, and it is quite a luxury, I must say. I did get quite a nice deal on it, so we have breakfast included as well, and yeah, it is pretty nice, I must say. So I have not yet tallied the final sales for the day, but I'm feeling like they are less than last year. There's of course a lot of things that can affect it. One being my new location in the vendor hall. I am being compared to all of the official merch sellers, and also the fact that last year, since I was outside, even people without tickets could like visit the booth. So now only the people who bought the ticket are able to visit me. Also, I feel like people are much more wary about their spending and their budget compared to last year. So I feel like people were really thinking on the fact that they want to save for Sunday. I think that is the way that the recession is showing in this convention. The sales were still really good, better than any single day in Tracon. So that is a plus. Of course, I'm expecting tomorrow, Saturday, to be even better. It is also longer sales hours, so it should be better. Yeah, but we mostly covered the costs today. So everything we get tomorrow is pure profit. I also must add that I think that my husband did a fabulous job today as a first-time vendor. He was a bit hesitant to start taking transactions, but once he started, I think it went really well, and he really knows all of my product really well. Food. Time to eat. Good morning, it is now day 2. They made us walk outside even though the hotel is connected to the convention center. So now we are heading to the table. It is the calm before the storm. Okay, here is the table again. Okay, so the table is pretty much as yesterday. I made my husband do some reorganizing while I was just dressing up. He put some extra pillows up there, and he tried to get the shakers balls to move. Sometimes there's a lot of static electricity, so the balls get stuck. And the stickers were quite a mess after yesterday. I'm actually really happy with how the sticker book sold, and the pins were also a huge mess after yesterday. The fabric patches didn't sell that much, but I sold some, and I'm just really excited with the fact that all of the new prints sold at least one yesterday. So this is a good start for today. It is now 11:30 and sales have been really steady since the beginning. We even made our first sales before opening for the public, and yeah, so it's going great. I have had some struggles with my wireless mic, but now it seems to be working again. Hoping that it keeps connecting for the rest of the weekend. On Saturday morning, since this is my husband's first Tracon, he wanted to go around and look at the event itself. So he also very kindly took me some footage while walking around. Personally, as I am always stuck behind the table, I rarely get to see any of these parts of the conventions. It is now 2 p.m. and sales have been super steady. We are almost at yesterday's numbers. And we still have, oh no, I got this. Yeah, and we still have 5 more hours left of the day, so it's going to be a really good day. It is now 4:30 and I have reached the minimum goal I had in mind, and we still have 2.5 more hours before the day ends, so it's going super well. Yeah, minimum goal for today, not for the entire weekend, but yeah, it's going well. It has been though quite slow since 3 p.m. and we think that there's some popular program going on right now, so and that's why it's a bit more slow. Hoping that it still picks up for the rest of the day. We are now in the last hour of the show, of the day, I mean, and I just went by and got these 2 really adorable standees from the artist alley, and this is the artist. It's so rare to see any Fire Emblem stuff here on the artist alleys or in the vendor halls, so I just had to grab them. Even though it has been quite slow in the last few hours, we have still managed to go beyond all of my expectations, so it might be the single one best-selling day ever in my convention career, so really happy with that. Still 1 hour left to go. I feel like the vendor hall was pretty packed the entire weekend except for the mornings. This footage is from Saturday morning as my husband was walking around, and you can see here that it was still quite empty, but it got so much more busy during the day. It is now almost 8 p.m. and we are soon closing down the shop. We are not going to grab food yet, even though we usually would, because we want to check out the outdoors artist alley area, and my husband didn't get to see it this morning, and I didn't even attempt it. We will try to see if the queue is short or not, and if it's not, then I guess we are heading to the hotel, maybe to the store first and then to the hotel. But yeah, the day was really good. We doubled yesterday's sales, so super happy with that. Now we back the shop. Today we covered this side a bit better than yesterday, so now the shop is going to sleep. Good night. Good morning, guys. It is now day 3 and we have still about an hour before we open, but I guess we are almost ready with packing and everything, so maybe we will head out to the venue soon. I have so much I want to talk about, but let's do it at the venue. Okay, since it is the last day of the convention, we just left the room for the last time. Now we have all of our stuff with us. And we both are quite tired. And yeah, ready for the last day. After the day today, we are heading back home, so long day ahead of us. So finally I have some time to talk about my thoughts about the show. Yesterday did indeed become my best ever selling one day of a show. So my hunch was correct. And actually, ahead of time, before the convention, I was a bit worried about being placed in the vendor hall for multiple reasons. I think that the Finnish attendees are really supportive of all of the artists, but they tend to be that mostly for the artists that are on the artist alley. I am happy that it is not the case here in Tracon. People have still found me here and they have still given me a lot of support. This table has also been the single most expensive table up to date for me, and that also worried me. The price difference between artist alleys and the vendor hall here in Finland is quite major. If generally speaking, an artist alley table is less than 100 euros, including the entry ticket. The vendor hall is somewhere between 300 euros for one table to maybe like 800 euros for two tables. So the difference is quite big, but I'm happy that I didn't waste my money and that the turnaround has been great so far. So I think on Friday the sales numbers were not as great as I maybe hoped because the sales hours were so short. So the artist alley and the outside vendor area had longer sales hours, and we inside here had shorter period. So a lot of people said yesterday that they didn't manage to enter the vendor hall in time on Friday, and that's why they were shopping yesterday. And I think that is the reason Friday's numbers were down, but at least yesterday made up for it really well. So, and today, if we make a typical Tracon Sunday sales day, we should reach my previous record for an entire event, which is also Tracon from 2 years ago. So we are quite close to that number, even without breaking any records today. So today we didn't make any changes to the table. It is as it is after yesterday. We are almost out of business cards. Should have packed some more. I did bring 500 of them and we are almost out. We still have a lot of pillows left and we hope to sell all of the rest of the pillow filling today. Let me show you guys the table a bit. So we have sold a bunch of magnets. We emptied out one button pin box. We have sold a bunch of prints already, which makes me really happy as I am not a print heavy artist like others. And what else? Yeah, it is clear that the summer season has ended. We have not sold too many hand fans. The sticker books have sold really well. I'm super happy. It is a new product, so good thing that those have sold. Also, we are running low on stock on some of the lanyard keychains. People have really liked those as well. Unfortunately, the new tote bag designs haven't sold yet. A lot of people have been checking out the Attack on Titan one, but it just hasn't been a hit yet. I must also add that my husband is working like a real pro by now. I think he's doing actually better than I am sales-wise. He's so relaxed and chill. And yeah, I just think he's doing really well with all of the customers. And yeah, I'm just really happy that he's here to support me. And we are hoping for one more good day. He's saying that he has had too many people interactions already, but hoping that his social battery doesn't run out before the end of the show. It is now 10 a.m. and we are open, but as expected, the morning starts a lot slower than yesterday, but first sales are just now happening. The first hour was slow, but the moment clock hit 11, there was a rush, so I guess the estimations were correct. People don't arrive on Sunday mornings. If you want to be shopping in peace, without any rush, without any other people, come the first hour on Sunday. Okay, it is now 2 p.m. and the day has been super steady. There has been a constant stream of people since 11 a.m. and it doesn't seem to be stopping. We are almost at the goal of the day, so great going. 2 more hours left of the show. Almost sold out of everything, but everything has sold really evenly. So there's still a bit of left of everything. That is great. Yeah, a Sunday rush, I guess. It is now almost 3 p.m. and it has slowed down quite a lot, but we did reach the goal that pushes us to make a new sales record. So fabulous. The best sellers of this show are Levi Magnet and also Irving Magnet. Also, surprisingly, Hoshina, which I really am happy about. I'm almost out of the Demon Slayer button pins. All of the females have sold out. And like I said, these have sold really well, especially the Mama and Yinshi one and the Attack on Titan one. Also on my last Geto Gojo one. Yeah, and now we have 1 more hour left of sales time. And as I said, it has come down, but there are still sales happening, so let's go. Final hour. Okay, we are now closed. There were still a lot of last minute shoppers, so we could not start packing any earlier than closing time, but now we are packing and heading home. 45 minutes later, we are done. Now the spot is empty. Bye bye to the spot. 2 bags of pillows, 2 suitcases, 1 tote, and the box of pillows is still left. Yeah, now we head home. Okay, so today is Tuesday, the week after Tracon, and I've had 2 days to think about how the event went for me, so let's talk about it. I feel like I must have gotten used to doing conventions by now, because I was not that nervous at all ahead of the convention. The only 2 things that made me nervous were being in the vendor hall for the first time for this event, and also my husband helping me for the first time. And to be honest, both of those things really worked out well for me, so there was no need to being nervous at all. Really, the only problem I had the entire weekend was with the cotton filling, and even that sorted itself out really quickly, really easily, and after fixing that, the first thing on Friday made the weekend just fly by. What really made me happy in this convention was the way all of my new products were received, especially the prints, because even though I've had prints for almost a year now at my table, to be honest, they have not sold too well by now, but this time around we sold almost 20 prints. Of course, the new prints had a hand in that, but overall I'm just super happy that they have been received really well. In general, I just don't view myself as like a print artist, as I have always thought that my table should be filled with like usable merch, and that is what I've always strived for. Also thinking that most of my stuff is chibi, and that is like my go-to art style when I try to relax. Prints just don't work with that equation. So I'm super happy that I found like a print style or what I call a full render style that also works with prints and that you guys like them. I'm also super thankful for all of your comments during the shows. This time around I got so much nice feedback, and my favorite one was when someone said that one of my new prints was the best print of that character they had ever seen. So that is a really high compliment for me. Thank you so much. And even just coming by and saying that you like my style, that you like my art, that always makes me super happy and grateful. So sales-wise, we did break some records. The Saturday was my highest selling day ever at a convention. And also with the Sunday being as great as it was, we did break a record of the best selling show ever. My total sales were 7,800 euros, which is crazy. We smashed the previous record with a few hundred euros, and yeah, I just kind of have this wish that someday we will break 10,000 euro limit, but we will just have to wait for that a bit longer. After reducing all of the costs, this time around being the accommodation, the table, which was really costly, the drive or the gas money, and also the parking for this event, my final profit was about, oh yeah, taxes, of course, taxes as well. The sales tax in Finland is quite high. After reducing all of that from the total sales, we end up with a profit of about 5,000 euros, which is still great, and it makes this show the best show of the year so far. So I would definitely say Tracon is a travel-worthy convention for all artists. Of course, my numbers are a bit crazy. Not everyone does the same kind of sales here in Tracon, but I think a lot of artists said that they smashed records in this show, so it is definitely worth checking out, even for international artists. And personally, I am always delighted to go to this convention, so I am hoping that they take me back next year. So far, I have done their artist tally in 2022, and also their artisan tables on 2023, which was also the previous record sale year. In 2024, I was at the outside cottages, and now I was in the vendor hall. So that gives me the whole selection if we do not count the new artist path outside. And yeah, I just think there are no bad sales or vendor spots in Tracon. So events-wise, my next confirmed event is Kotae Expo at the end of November. But before that, I am still hoping to get accepted to Shumicon Shoppu, and maybe hopefully in January we will do Desucon Frostbite, but we will have to see with those events. If you guys like this video, leave a like, subscribe or comment, and also check out my other socials. I will leave the links below. Next up, I am leaving for a short trip to Japan. Let me know if you guys would like to see some Japan content. I am most certainly taking my DSLR with me and also intending to film over there. So let me know if you want to see some of that. But for now, I am going to say bye bye.